So let's go around with the two remedies that we have to differentiate today: lachesis and phosphorus. Now, positions are of lachesis: grief, vexation, fright, anger, jealousy. We are all aware about all the emotional upheavals that lachesis undergo around. So they tend to cause a lot of issues with lachesis patient, aggravated by sun, warm weather, drought of air, suppression with quinine, climactic age period, bad effects of poisonous wounds, and suppressed discharges. This is what we looked around, that any discharges that get suppressed will cause around a lot of problem. And one finds that in this particular COVID things, it is generally a dry, type of pneumonia, dry type of coryza, dry type of throat. So there is, prior to setting up only, there is a lot of, suppression that has happened around. Modalities are worse after sleep, morning. Whereas carbohydrates we looked around is worse at night. Before going to sleep, the patient is more worse. So slight touch or pressure of clothes around the neck, waist aggravates, lachesis patient. We are all aware about slight touch. There is a lot of sensitiveness to touch and light pressure. You know, uh, Heat, spring, summer, sun, room, drinks, aggravate, warm drinks. So hot drinks, hot room, summer, spring, sun, it tends to aggravate lachesis patients. Swallowing empty or liquids tend to aggravate lachesis patient. Retarded discharges and alcohol, they are other aggravating factors. In amelioration, lachesis has discharges which are freely flowing, so free secretions, free discharges tend to ameliorate lachesis patient. Loosening of clothes, sitting erect and slightly bending forwards. Heart pressure ameliorates lachesis patients. And that is why, in one of these other modalities also, that swallowing empty or liquid tends to aggravate, but solids ameliorates, because that's a little hard, open air. So a hot patient, which is better by, loosening clothes and heart pressure. Mentally, patient is very loquacious, and you find patients, even though ill, doing a lot of satire, mocking, there will be a ridiculous ideas that patient can come around. I have seen patient, doing a lot of satire. Even when they are talking to me, they'll do a lot of satire. I can understand that it comes out of their lachesis constitution. So they will do a lot of mocking. They will mock, if the husband is accompanying the wife, they will mock the wife. डॉक्टर को तो मॉक नहीं करेंगे पर वाइफ को मॉक करेंगे in the interview only. So one word often leads to another story. There is desires to be magnetized. Lachesis patients also like to be magnetized around. Fear going to sleep, lying down, that heart will stop. Fear of being poisoned, refuses the medicine. That comes out of the suspicious nature of lachesis. Anxiety and depression in the morning. Great disposition to feel sad. There is indolence, apathy, and extraordinary weakness of memory with loss of every mental faculty when the case progresses further around. Physicals, purple, mottled, puffed, bloated, jaundiced. So you have all the, what we already looked around, that it disorganizes the blood. So that decomposition results into, purple, mottled, puffed, bloated, jaundiced. Because of that, the hemorrhagic tendency is there from any orifice. Blood dark, it's dark black, decomposed, thin, offensive. So it is very thin, non-coagulable. Trembling of extremities of tongue when protruding, internal trembling. So in lachesis, you always have trembling. There is an associated trembling that is there. And especially if when you ask the patient to, you will see in very similar to Merck also, we have those tremors of tongue. Paralytic condition with heaviness and stiffness of parts, both body and mind worn out with relaxation of muscular force. Extreme prostration from any disease, all out of proportion to the condition. Excessive painfulness of all complaints. Now, this is a hallmark symptom of lachesis, that they have a lot of painfulness of complaints. That is why we see sensitiveness to touch and sensitiveness to light pressure, because the skin is very sensitive, and that gives the painfulness to complaints. Suffocation from least thing that come near, the mouth or the nose, interferes with breathing. So masks people don't like to wear, because that gives them a suffocation. That gives a feeling of. So I find a lot of patients who will come and, open up the mask. Doctor, please excuse me, I will not like to, because it causes a lot of suffocation. So anything that comes in front of the mouth or the nose tends to, interfere with breathing. Desires fanning, but slowly and from a distance. Sensation of a ball rolling in the internal organs, ascending upward complaints. So there is a feeling of there is something which in the abdomen or wherever the problem is there, like a ball in the, and then the complaints tend to ascend upwards. Great sensitiveness to touch is what we look through, which gives rise to the painfulness of the problem. And skin again is dark bluish purple appearance because of the hemorrhage and the decomposition of the blood. There will be bluishness purple appearance that is there. Tongue is swollen, trembles when protruding, catches on the teeth, rolls about, red, dry, cracked at tip. So, the tongue is very characteristic because it's a direct sign that comes around. So, any trembling of the tongue when phosphorus, and phosphorus has the location cavities, head, lungs, heart, circulation, blood vessels, arteries, mucous membranes, stomach, bowels, and lungs, lower lungs, nerves, brain cord, bones, jaw, upper spine, liver. So, we see the sphere of action of a remedy, and that also helps us to differentiate. Because if you probably look through, carbohydrates in that particular case would have had some accompaniments of at the abdominal level, if it is a carbo-veg case, because carbo-veg has breathlessness that comes out of generally abdominal pathology. So this location tends to also help us differentiate remedies. I know we generally don't pay attention to the location, the sphere of action, but I pay attention to this particular thing also. So causations are the same causations that we had in Lachesis mental exertion. Now we know phosphorus and lachesis both are affected mentally. So strong emotions tend to affect even phosphorus. Music, strong odors, exposure to drenching rains, thunderstorms. These are the causations of phosphorus. Modalities: aggravated lying on left side or painful side or lying on back. Slight causes, slight emotions, slight talking, slight touch, odors, light, because there is a lot of sensitiveness in, we'll see about phosphorus sensitiveness that is there. Though lachesis sensitiveness is different from phosphorus sensitiveness, and you'll see what is the difference there in that particular thing. So slight causes of emotions, talking, touch, odors, light tend to aggravate phosphorus patients. Cold and putting hands in cold water, open air, tends to aggravate phosphorus. Warm food, weather, sudden changes, windy, cold, thunderstorm tends to aggravate phosphorus patients. Aggravated morning and evening, cold, so icy cold food, that death is near, and generally don't want to be alone. They want somebody around. They will have a feeling that something bad is going to happen. There's a fear of ghost, fear of thunderstorm. Mixing with others, very social, and you will find phosphorus, having people around in their company. And we saw, in one of the COVID videos that was circulated around, that they all sit together and they enjoy it. So phosphorus will create such type of environment. And desires to be magnetized. Even in quarantine stage, phosphorus will gather around people around them. The desires to be magnetized is the important feature of phosphorus. There is also indifference to friends surrounding, even to his own children, unwilling to talk, think slowly, move sluggishly, which happens at a little later stage when the indifference sets in. Anguish is there, so the anxiety then desires to be magnetized, and then an indifference that sets in. So anguish, uneasiness, especially when alone or in stormy weather. Sympathetic, wants sympathy, craves company and touch and rubbing and help. And there is great lowness of spirit, because there is a fear of death. So phosphorus patient will have that lowness of spirit that is there. Physically, there is weakness, aversion to mental and physical exertion. There is great weakness and frustration with nervous debility and trembling of whole body, and weakness and weariness from loss of vital fluids. So we find that there is a lot of early weakness, that's all external impressions. Now that is where we find all the positive, aggravating and positive modalities that keep coming up, that there is this oversensitiveness to all external impressions. That is why slight causes like odor, slight causes like light, touch, all external senses are very oversensitive. So this causes an oversensitiveness to all external impressions. And there is restlessness, constant fidgetiness, that is feeling all over the body, desires to go out of the room. So there is a desire to move around, and what we have found it also in tuberculinum as a burning sensation. Now if phosphorus is there, there will be burning all over, burning from the outer skin to the innermost surface of every tract of its parenchyma. And burning happens to be one of the hallmarks of phosphorus. In fact, the triad of burning, phosphorus is listed as one of the remedies. Arsenic, phosphorus, sulfur. Burning in spots along with spine, between scapulae, on palms and hands, in chest, lungs, etc. There is feeling of intense heat which is running up and down the back. And hemorrhages. You have recurrent, vicarious, small wounds bleed much, but the blood is bright red as compared to lachesis, which is dark we find that it is bright red, and here also it is non-coagulant. So you have blood stick discharges that are coming out from the nose, from the cough. Wherever it is there, it will be thin, watery, and bright red blood. So confirmatory symptoms are suddenness of symptom. There is sudden prostration, sudden fainting, very similar to lachesis. There is ravenous hunger during fever, which is also one of the important symptoms of phosphorus, where the patient feels hungry when in fever. For tall, slender persons with sanguine temperament, they like to be lively, optimistic, buoyant, and careful, and they love adventure and have a high risk tolerance. They are better by icy cold drinks, fear of death, sensitive nature, quick perception, burning all over and in spots. There is empty organ sensation. That is also another sensation that is frequently observed in phosphorus patients. So tubercular diathesis, where there is anxiety, restlessness, aggravated dark, aggravated when left alone, hemorrhagic tendency where the blood is bright red, profuse, non-coagulable, watery, restlessness from nervous trembling, and very characteristic is they feel tightness in chest. So in mild COVID, you will find dryness of pharynx and fauces day and night. So there is a feeling of dry feeling in the pharynx and fauces, and it's lasting all throughout. So you'll find much swelling, and there'll be red swelling that is there. There'll be fan-like motion of the nostrils. So flapping of the LNSI, oversensitive to smell, foul imaginary odors that come around. Nervous cough, which is provoked by strong odors, entrance of a stranger, words in presence of strangers, words lying upon left side, any boardroom. So all this cough excites cough. So very easy, that's why it is a nervous cough, because anything that is related to odors or strangers will tend to affect, phosphorus. Transparent mucus in the morning after rising. This is one of the important features of phosphorus. That you will find that phosphorus has a cough, then they will have a transparent mucus which is there in the morning when rise, and it is easy to bring out. Has to hold chest while coughing. So phosphorus, like one of the other remedies, which is Drosera, which tends to hold chest while coughing, also has phosphorus. And ravenous hunger during fever. This is one of the important symptoms of phosphorus. In severe cases, there will be cough from tickling in the throat, into warm room, into cold room, going from warm to cold room, sweetish taste while coughing, hard, dry cough with tight racking cough, congestion of lungs, burning pains, heat and operation of chest, and there is tightness across the chest. This is one of the important symptoms where the patient feels that there is tightness in chest and there is great weight on chest, and there are sharp stitches in chest. So a pleuropneumonia type of condition which is there. Even phosphorus and RNA response better. Respiration is very quickened, oppressed. But you will find that phosphorus patients, generally have complaints, as far as symptoms are concerned. You will find that they have a lot of symptoms of saying that, oh, I am not able to breathe, I am not able to breathe. But when you examine, you find that signs are not that much. So compared to that, the symptom complaint the patient has is too much, because probably they want to have the desire to be magnetized. They have that fear of death, that anxiety that is there, that will make them complain a lot as compared to the signs that are available. So there is much heat in chest, pneumonia of lower lobes with operative cough. Sputums are rusty, blood colored or purulent, pain in throat on coughing, and respiration is quickened and oppressed. So that would be COVID scenario when, if it is a phosphorus case, where, you find that generally it is hepatization of the lower lobes, and we'll see what is the difference between lachesis and phosphorus. And we find that there are a lot of similarities between lachesis and phosphorus. Lachesis decomposes the blood. Phosphorus disorganizes the blood. There is hemorrhagic tendency in both lachesis and phosphorus. And small wounds bleed very easily in both lachesis and phosphorus. There is a rapid or intense onset of complaints, and there is great prostration. And we find same suddenness of symptoms and sudden prostration. There is loquacity in lachesis as well as phosphorus. Cold drink tends to ameliorate both lachesis as well as phosphorus. But in phosphorus, it is vomited after it becomes warm. But still, they desire cold drinks. In most of the complaints, phosphorus will want to have cold drinks. But especially when there is fever, it will be, they need some lemonade type of cold drink. So there will be a little sour taste that they will want to have. So both lachesis and phosphorus are dangerous if there is a pre-tubercular tendency. So you will have to be a little careful before giving lachesis and phosphorus if there is a pre-tubercular tendency in patient. There is constriction, especially in the neck, in lachesis, and there is tightness, especially in the chest, in phosphorus. Both are sensitive to touch. Where we already looked through lachesis and phosphorus, both are sensitive to touch. Both desire to be magnetized. Lachesis as well as phosphorus both have a desire to be magnetized. But the tongue is in lachesis, it trembles when protruded. There is red, dry, cracked at tip. Whereas phosphorus is dry term, very smooth. There is red or white, but not thickly coated. So a little faint coating will be there, but it will be a dry term. Lachesis we already saw is useful for the last stage of pneumonia. Abscess of lungs is where lachesis comes from, use and play. Whereas phosphorus, though is left-sided, hepatization especially of the lower half of the right lung. Please bear that in mind. That though phosphorus is left-sided, no doubt phosphorus will have a pathology of the left lung also, left lower lobe also. But generally it is more of right lung. Lower lobe, right lung will be more phosphorus. And like carboage and lachesis, lachesis phosphorus also have a similar differentiation. That lachesis is worse after sleep, phosphorus is worse before sleep, and he gets ameliorated by sleeping. So this is a very important distinction between lachesis and phosphorus. That phosphorus patients will be worse before going to sleep, and once they sleep, they will feel much better. So constitutionally, lachesis is especially one who are with climatic and with a chloric temperament. Whereas phosphorus is suited to those young people who grow rapidly and are inclined to stoop. So stoop shoulder is the feature of phosphorus. There is sensitiveness is what we were trying to understand and differentiate between lachesis and phosphorus. I told you that lachesis sensitiveness is the skin sensitiveness, and that is why there is great sensitivity to touch, especially on the throat and the abdomen, and this causes excessive painfulness of all the complaints. Whereas phosphorus has oversensitiveness of the senses, so of all the other senses. So there is sensitive to all external impressions, to light, sound, odors, touch, electrical changes, thunderstorms. Lachesis is ameliorated by loosening clothes. Phosphorus is ameliorated by even a short sleep. Sensation of a ball rolling in the internal organs is lachesis, and there is ascending upwardness of the complaints. Whereas phosphorus, there is emptiness in the chest and emptiness in the stomach. There is tightness in the chest, tightness in cough, and wherever there is a sensation, it will be more of a tightness feeling. Lachesis has nausea coming on or after going to bed. That is sleeps into aggravation. After drinking ice water, thirsty but fears to drink. Whereas phosphorus craves ice cold drinks, vomits out water as soon as it turns warm in the stomach. And the generals are trembling of extremities of tongue when protruded. There is internal trembling in lachesis, whereas phosphorus has burning pains. It is said to be human barometer. So, extremes of temperature and even thunderstorm, any electrical changes tend to affect phosphorus patients. So that's the distinction between lachesis and phosphorus. I hope it helps you in the current scenario. And I thank all of you for being here, giving me a patient hearing.